Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Taufik bin Amir. My matric number is CF200130. Now I want to present about the introduction. PP Trading and Construction Sendirian Berhad has successfully won the tender to build the project after competing with several companies. The successful tenders was to build the main store of Hospital Sultanah Nur Zahirah, Kuala Terengganu. This development involved the construction of the main block building and several support blocks, which are the main pharmacy store block, flammable material store, and guard hut. The project also involved the construction of a CDR and BN clean room, specialist room to prepare control drugs. We have been asked by UTHM in this subject of occupational safety and health to prepare a preliminary risk assessment report before construction begins and recommend appropriate risk controls to ensure the safety and health of workers and campus residents while carrying out their work and thus prevent construction accident. This construction is also detailed to the guard hut where goods are sent and important samples are stored. The most important step in construction is the most important step when preparing the site and cleaning the construction site for a new project, because there are some areas where buildings have not been built and there are areas that have built buildings and are working on raising bricks and increasing the quality of the building foundation. In any construction, there are dangers and risks during the process, before and after the construction process. Therefore, there are many ways to eliminate or reduce the risk of accidents and construction sites.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi, I am Syahrul Ikhwan bin Muhammad Fauzi. Now I will explain about safety and health hazard in construction. Okay, the Occupational Safety and Health Act was established in 1970. Since then, various injury prevention strategies have been developed and result in measurable improvement in construction safety management. Therefore, in this project, every work done has its own risk. Every worker must always take care of safety and listen to what safety official instruct while doing this work. Okay, and one of the hazard that what we can detect from the site is moving vehicle. For this construction site, it is common for heavy vehicle to move in and move out because of the delivery of construction material. Pedestrian, equipment operator, and ground worker may all be susceptible for material falling from the various equipment that slip or roll over, equipment that get accidentally left in gear, blind spot, and other accidents. Understanding the hazard associated with this moving object is essential to maintaining safety in the workplace. And then it is important to remain vigilant and follow safety protocol to reduce the risk. And then about the risk analysis is the process of identify and analyze potential future event that could adversely affect the company. Risk analysis is sometimes broken down into three components. First, risk assessment. Second, risk management. And the third, risk communication. The three key company work in tandem to identify, mitigate, and communicate risk. In qualitative analysis, work are used to convey. And then the risk analysis is important because it guides the company in making decisions.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zikmah Video Muhammad Yusri. My matric number is CF200129. Now I want to explain the moving object. Many potential hazards are associated with being hit by moving and flying objects. This hazard can range from minor injuries to serious injury or even death. How to control measure is first use of personal protective equipment (PPE), second risk assessment and planning, Third, equipment inspection. 4, avoid working close to the moving object. Okay, next, working at height. Working at height is common in the construction of tall building and requires worker to work in high area and pose a risk to workers. Appropriate training is required for all workers who work at height. Control measure is first, use equipment with an extra level of safety to reduce the risk of a fatal fall. Second, select an acceptable anchor point. Third, know when and what type of fall protection is required. Fourth, select the proper PPE.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Ahmad Mubashir bin Usman, matric number CF200138. Okay, I will present about material and manual handling. Material and manual handling are common in this breeding because the lack of technology that can facilitate the work with the use of this manual poses a danger to workers. In this construction, the machine is usually used to cut round holes on concrete structures such as floor, wall and slab. This will cause the operator to be exposed to danger while operating the machine. The machine is considered normal, is used by inexperienced people and will cause accidents. Okay, next is electrical works. In the building, there is a mandatory source of electrical in this construction. The electrical operator should have training to operate so that the electricity does not affect other workers. In this project, the workers let the wire dangle and cause danger.
My name is Nur Lukman Hakim Mazlan and my matric number CF200212. For the next slide is healthy hazard. Exposed to healthy hazard can lead to acquired or chronic illness, injury or long-term healthy consequences illness. This danger is available a variant of setting including the workplace, home and environment. What we can see as 3 picture show the environment at site. For the next slide is harmful substances. Hazard material can include many types of substances including chemical, gas, liquid, solid and biology agents. In this construction site, material used a proven cool weather from the penetrate the wall. This work can carry out by the spraying the material on the wall. As we can see, the picture is a waste of work in the site. For the next slide is noise at the site. Danger occurs when the workers operate the machine to the long-term, loud, repetitive and excessive noise can long-term hearing problem such as deafness. Noise can also dangerous reflections and can distract the worker from their taxing the hand, which can be an accident. The picture shows work at to do slab work at the site. The work at the site is slab work can be noise because to transport the concrete to the other part. For the next slide is dust at site. This dust is produced by the work process, since it can also occur naturally, especially with wind condition. The small size of this particle can cause throughout the noise. The throughout to reach the depends part of the lungs, which can cause more of the serious injury. As we can see, this picture is a little bit dusty at the site.
Next, most critical safety hazard. Electrical will also run together with other work to speed up the completion of a construction. In this work, the risk of being electrocuted is very easy. Every wire that is installed must follow what is required by the construction. Fire hazard can arise from electrical damage, flammable material or handling improperly combustible material. Electric shock, electrocution and fire can be caused by faulty wiring, exposed electrical part or inadequate electrical safety measure. It is important to note that this danger can be reduced through appropriate safety measure, risk assessment and compliance with safety rule and guideline. Personal protective equipment PPE is required whenever you work on a roof and it must be used correctly. PPE is there to assist you, but you must also take some responsibility for your safety. Everyone should be aware of the danger at work and every fatal mistake.
Okay, next is most critical health risk and control measure for critical hazard and critical health. The most critical health risk vary depending on factors such as geographic location, lifestyle choice, and individual vulnerabilities. This risk is common in construction but can be reduced by following the prescribed method. Measures to control critical hazard and critical health risk involve the implementation of various prevention strategies and safety protocols, implementation engineering solutions to eliminate or minimize hazards. For example, install machine guards, use ventilation system to control airborne contaminants, incorporate safety mechanism into equipment to prevent accidents.
Okay, next conclusion from this project. Every job has its own risk, but it is divided among the workers themselves to assess the level of safety, and the company needs to provide safety measures and tools. By implementing safety protocol, providing training and enforcing regulation, construction company can identify and mitigate potential risks, reduce the likelihood of accident, and create a safer work environment. Safety measures are provided to protect the well-being of workers. This include providing the personal protective equipment (PPE) such as hat, safety goggles, gloves, and safety bag. Safety procedure and training help workers understand how to operate equipment, operate machinery, and navigate the work as area safety. Before starting the project, the safety level of the worker have been assessed, thereby minimizing accident, because safety at the construction site involve identifying, assessing, and managing the risk associated with the construction process. Prioritizing safety create a culture of care and responsibility, benefiting both worker and the overall success of the construction project.